So anyway.
It went long, but that wasn't the end. And of course, at the very end, we saw Matt Riddle and Daniel Cormier leaving. They were in the entranceway, and that's when the lights went out.
The lights went out. That's the night that the lights went out in Philly. That's the night that they brought back a guilty man. So I'm going to wait again to see if, as somebody said, Bray Wyatt had done an interview where he said, or the story got out, that he wasn't in full agreement with a lot of the creative. Maybe he didn't want to be set on fire, have a can of gasoline poured on him and have him set on fire and burned on pay-per-view. That was a novel way of giving somebody their notice. Maybe he didn't like all the goofy bullshit, or maybe we'll find out he was behind all the goofy bullshit that spawned the living puppets and the Firefly Funhouse and Alexa Bliss and her black vomit and whatever the fuck all that other shit was going on. The people love him. I don't know what this has to do with wrestling. The blackout happens and you hear he's singing, Bray Wyatt singing. He's got the whole world in his hands. But it goes on for a while because as the song is being sung, they go to different spots in the arena with a spotlight, and you see there's a pig, and there's a buzzard.
Well, a pig man and a buzzard man.
Well, yes, with the masks on, a person with a pig mask and a person with a buzzard, and I think there was an anteater. I don't know what he was, and something else, and all of the Firefly Funhouse shit. I'm afraid this is going to lead to more teleportation. I can smell teleportation coming a mile away.
Yeah.
And then there's the Fiend, and he's not burned at ringside. And then they see a door, but it's not the real Fiend. It's just a dressed up Fiend. And then there's a door that goes to a spooky old house video, and there's audio clips of the goofy hee promos, and then a blackout again, or no, the door opened and then it blacked out again. And then out came the masked guy with the lantern. And then he takes off the mask and it's Bray Wyatt and gets a huge pop. And I guess Philadelphia again would be the place where anybody would want to see anything loony in wrestling. But maybe there's a good horror movie in this gimmick. I don't know. But I don't see what the fuck when you've got the baby faces in this equation. And I guess now he is a baby face because people love him. But when you've got a supernatural guy with living puppets that invade the baby faces' fucking spaces and they've got to act like that they are legitimately concerned about the animal puppets and the, you know, Presto, the Magic Clown fucking kid show set, and I've short-circuited.
Well, it's been a good week for Jon Moxley because he got this contract renewal from AEW, and also he is no longer my least favorite active wrestler because Bray Wyatt is back. Look, his early iteration with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, when he had the swamp cult leader thing going, that was all right. Great entrance. But the last several years were rough. And if you're someone who does not like spooky wrestling or spiritual natural, what's the word I'm looking for?
Spiritual natural. Hey, that's a Dusty Rhodes spiritual natural, baby. He's spiritual natural. Supernatural.
But supernatural, thank you. If you don't like any of those things, the cinematic matches, just the bad segments that couldn't exist in the real world, this guy's the king of it. And, you know, a lot of people said a lot of it was Vince. I don't think it started with Vince. I think this guy had stuff he wanted to do, and Vince was like, oh, let me expand my ideas on this crazy fucking stuff. I don't look forward to any of this, and people pop for anyone that returns, but he's also a guy that was over. It's just his matches sucked. I'm not looking forward to this at all.
Well, There was Extreme Rules, aka, you know what? Next year, just come out and do it. WWE Premium Live Event, lazy booking. Just go ahead and do it.
I was hoping the White Rabbit would have been revealed to be Grace Slick. That would have been amazing.
It would have. I bet she could still belt one out after all these years.
Was he the White Rabbit? Was there a rabbit? Of all those wacky human creatures wearing the masks that they were... Well, that was my favorite thing, too, because they would zoom in on the person with the pig mask, and you see them just standing there amongst the people.
Yeah.
And then they would turn the lights off, but you could still see him for a second before he obviously had to turn around and run away. And then at one point, they showed the camera on, I think, Cole and Corey Graves, and they somehow they didn't notice the mask that was put right in front of them.
Yes, there was a mask sitting on the announcer's desk, and when the camera got to them, suddenly they looked up, oh, how did that get here? And now you've got your announcers, the salesmen of your product, obviously cooperating with phony bullshit.
Bray Wyatt's the luckiest guy in professional wrestling because he has all these wacky, awful ideas, and he's found someone to fund them and put them on TV. And it's just terrible stuff. The Firefly Funhouse and all of this shit. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this at all. This is the best thing that could happen to AEW, was this guy showing back up on WWE TV. If they can get rid of some of their spooky stuff, and the House of Black are in weird limbo based on things they've said, I would love it if they go a different direction, if WWE is going to embrace this shit again. This is all of a sudden a magical door appears in the middle of the arena. How did that happen? It's an arena! Oh, terrible.
Lou Thez would have gone in there with a goddamn handgun. Actually, he wouldn't even have needed it. He'd have gone in there with the fucking Greco-Roman backdrop and the STF, and that would have been that. Anyway, and that's that.
And that is
Jim
that.
Cornette experience.
Yeah.